What's good, YouTube? It's your boy RJ. Today we're going to be checking out another banger video by It's Complicated. Let's get into the video.
There are many women today who are out earning men, female doctors, lawyers, etc. Why is a male breadwinner considered to be normal for a man, while a female breadwinner is often considered to be dating down for a woman?
I think a lot of times we refer to back in the days when men were considered the breadwinners. They were the people that brought home the money while the women stayed home. So now the generations have changed and things have changed, now women are getting on their shit. Like, it's not just rely on a man anymore. It's do for your own, and he's gonna do for himself, and you guys can either do that shit together or, one person could be the breadwinner. I guess it all depends on what you agree on in your relationship, but I really do think that it has to do with the change over time.
And you also have to consider one thing. Nowadays, people can't survive at a large scale. People can't survive off just one income. Unless you're a top percentile wage earner, whether you're male or female, it's hard for somebody to live off of $50,000 with multiple people involved. Now, if it's just one person involved, we can understand that that's a modest lifestyle and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you start adding kids to the scenario, multiple kids to the scenario, and you're adding another person in general, if one of those people aren't working, it's going to put a strain on the finances and it's going to be a little stressful. And that's just the day and age we live in. A lot of inflation has happened since our grandmothers and great grandmothers, when they were 20-something years old. Money doesn't go as far as it used to go. So now we have to consider that when we are dating. We have to consider, like, yo, are you working, or are you at least moving towards a direction where you're going to be making a healthy amount of money? And if you aren't in that space, then especially as a man, if you aren't in that space to be able to pay everything out of your pocket and have something to save and something to spend, then you really can't ask a woman logically to quit her job. And then I also think that in the benefit to that there is a lot of women out here that enjoy working. Working does give a sense of fulfillment to people that work. But I don't also feel like a woman who was forced to work her whole life will be happy. A man who is forced to work his whole life, if he enjoys what he's doing, will be happy. A woman, on the other hand, as soon as she starts having kids, her perspective changes. Even if she enjoys what she's doing, she will take a break from work to have kids.
Why is it that a rich man would sooner change a broke woman's life, but a rich woman is less likely to give a broke man a chance?
It's not in their nature.
Because men like to have the power to uplift and feel like they're doing, I guess, like justice to the woman, versus a woman is like, I don't need to, I guess, you know what I'm trying to say?
Kinda. I wouldn't necessarily agree with the second part of that question, because I honestly think it's more of a societal stigma where society just kind of like says that women have a problem being with a man of a certain financial, status. I don't necessarily think that that's what we as women think right off the bat, but
a rich man.
I would say I would agree with her to an extent. So I understand where they're coming from, but the question was, why will a rich man change a broke woman's life before a rich woman changes a broke man's life? And that's all comes back to nature. Women naturally are not attracted to a situation, period, where they have to be the pioneer, where they have to be the leader. Women like to be led, whether they admit it or not. They like to be in the safety of a man who can lead. And if they don't feel that safety within that, they're going to feel some type of way. And that's just how women are. And because of that reason, it's very rare that you see a woman that would come in a man's life and essentially help raise him out of poverty. It's very rare. But I also will say that most women that I run into, their first concern is not always your financial situation. that's more on a social media perspective. That's more when women are talking, they shit, you know what I mean? But for the most part, when you meet somebody in person, the way you hold yourself as a man, it's going to speak way louder than what your wallet is saying. And if your wallet can back that up, it's even more of a benefit.
See the future in a woman, and we could build them up. But a woman already feels when they got money that they already built up, and they wouldn't want to build us up. You feel me? They feel like they're better than us when they have money. We're broke, we're all this when they got money, but when it's the other way around, they want us to pay for their bills and help them financially be stable and everything, you know?
I think we all have standards, but women are always told all their life, don't settle, don't settle, don't settle. So when it comes to a man that is making less money than you, or you're the breadwinner, whatever the case may be, you feel like you're settling for less, you're settling for, like, you feel like you deserve more, whereas a man takes leadership and accountability and can be that leader in that relationship that a woman cannot be.
Okay. What is hypergamy?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a big word.
Okay. Hypergamy essentially means marrying up to a person of higher status. Which gender is more likely to practice hypergamy?
The
Women.
I'll be honest.
Okay,
Yeah.
why is that?
I would say I can only speak for myself, and it's like knowing that if I'm doing so well in life, like, yeah, I would want to either marry equal or up. Like, why would I downgrade myself if I know, again, what I'm capable of or what I'm earning?
Okay. So if women historically married up, wouldn't that mean that men historically married down?
Yes.
I mean,
They don't want to look at it like
So who's really
that.
settling for who?
But it's
They don't
in
want to
society,
think about
women
it.
have always been the prize. So it's the woman trying to earn the the man trying to earn the woman's attention, or, win her over. So at the end of the day, we're the catch.
You see how soon as he twists the question to now, it's the same question, but it's in a different light. You see it from a different angle. If men have been known to marry women of a lower financial status, wouldn't men be marrying down? They don't want to say yes to this. They still want to keep that positive light. Oh yeah, we're marrying people doing better than us. So wouldn't they be settling for you?
So it's the man trying to get us. So no, he's not marrying down, even if per se I don't make as much as he does, because again, he's happy to have me on his arm.
Which gender is more likely to practice hypergamy?
Men.
Females.
Females? Why do you say men? Why do you say females?
It's just naturally in them to do that.
no, females marry higher up all the time.
Okay.
They marry for money.
Like when you talk about the big dream is like, oh, I want to live in maybe a big house and marry into a good life and stuff like that.
But I think where we came from in Denmark is quite equal as it is right now.
Definitely.
It depends how good your education is, and in our case, our education would be just like the man.
Definitely. But that's like the American dream.
Okay. If women historically married up, wouldn't that mean that men historically married down?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
So
the way you
who's,
put it together, yes.
Yeah.
so who's really settling for who?
I think as soon as you get married, the man settled for the women.
The man is always settling. In every situation, the man always has to settle at a certain point, because there's no woman that you're going to meet that's going to check every single box. Eventually, you're going to have to settle.
Okay. Is hypergamy for women ultimately about security and survival?
I can't say that. I have to disagree, because a lot of women, like, about those two definitely, but financially, that's a big thing.
Isn't that a byproduct of evolution? I mean, didn't women want to secure the best genes for their offspring? Isn't that a primal instinct?
Yeah.
So then wouldn't it be about security and survival?
Yeah.
It is.
I have to agree then, yeah.
Is hypergamy for women ultimately about security and survival?
I think yes.
It could be.
Is
Guys,
that
what are
a-
we doing?
Is that a byproduct of evolution?
Well, yes, women look for attractive traits in their male to secure them and their offspring. That's like
I think
a primal thing.
men marry down because the girl's good looking, and women marry up because for like money and stuff.
Okay.
and they have to be good looking. But you know what? All men end up ugly anyway, so who even really cares?
Isn't it ironic that she says that standing in the midst of the company that she's standing in, she has to shame a man to make herself feel better? Think about that.
I'm not going to include myself in this, but a lot of women are just looking for the richest man. That's the thing. They just want to find the one with the most money. Whereas some are looking for some that will accept them. It's different for everyone, but majority are looking for the one with the most
So
money.
do you think that women are looking for sugar daddies and men are looking for trophy wives?
Oh, shit. I gotta agree with you on that one.
Think about
Guys,
it.
Don't fight me.
Does hypergamy mean that women will always continue to choose the best option and never settle?
No, because a lot of women settle.
Right, but do they want to settle?
No.
So they would want to choose the best option, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, women are picky as is, so it's like they're gonna always choose the best option for who they want and who they want to be with, because they're not gonna settle for less. They're gonna settle for the top dog.
Some women are so set on not settling that they never find that perfect person.
That's
And it's
facts.
just, they just keep looking, and they're gonna look until they find no one, because no one is going to check all those boxes.
Okay, is hypergamy the equivalent of men never satisfied with only one chick?
I mean, a man of high status is always gonna have multiple options. Like, that just comes with the man who has money like that, or even has that type of quality of life.
Is hypergamy the equivalent of men never satisfied with only one woman?
Men is never satisfied.
I don't even think it's about women. I think it's about men are just never satisfied, period. Money,
They're not satisfied
women,
with
career.
themselves. Men is not satisfied with
Or is it
We can't afford to be satisfied with ourselves. We have to push the envelope. We have to push society forward. If we stop pushing, society will become stagnant, and anything that stands still too long will fall. So as men, we're bred to push the envelope. We're bred to obtain the most that we possibly can, use every ounce of potential that we can. That's how we think. That's how we will always think. And that's why society will continue to move forward in the right direction.
men always wanting the girl with the best looks?
Yeah, they definitely want a pretty girl.
Okay, but I'm just saying, if women are always looking for the best option, wouldn't a man always be looking for the best option as well?
Yes.
Okay, so is that kind of like a similar, comparable thing, you know?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. What is the difference between a hypergamous woman and a gold digger?
I feel like a hypergamous woman is looking for someone to do what we were used to back in the day, lead, be the breadwinner of the family, someone who is just the provider. A gold digger is someone who just wants. If you're in a hypergamous relationship, the woman is still providing, the woman is still doing, the man is doing a lot more. Gold digger is just gonna take, never give, ever.
Do you find it hypocritical when parents advise their sons to avoid gold diggers while also advising their daughters to find a man who will take care of them?
No.
A little bit. I mean, obviously, a woman.
So isn't hypergamy encouraged in women?
Yes.
I feel like in this day and age with social media and everything, it is, yeah.
Of course, we're gonna want to lead our children to the right direction, and if we're raising a son, we're gonna raise them to try to find a woman that
We're going to raise our sons to not be taken advantage of, and to how to know when he's being taken advantage of. And to our daughters, we're going to teach them to be with the man that's a good man, that will take care of them, that will die for them. Those things outweigh if a guy is a millionaire, but yet he beats on his woman every day. Because he's taking care of her, but he's also beating her. So it's ways that you can get that message across without turning a woman into a gold digger or some type of light form of prostitute. And there's a way that you could teach your son how to be careful and stay clear of women that will take advantage of him without teaching him how to be a shitbag.
can balance out their lives, whereas our daughters, we can't just, me personally, I would never let my daughter slack, but also a man who is able to provide is a man who I believe is able to lead a family and raise a family and make things what they should be.
What is the difference between a hypergamous woman and a gold digger?
Because again, if we're not just talking about finances, oftentimes people marry for love and stuff like that. So if there's other factors that are associated with that, then I would say that differentiates her from being a gold digger.
Do you think unconditional love is possible in a romantic relationship, or are people only as loyal as their options?
Unconditional love is not possible within a relationship. If you are the only person that will bring you unconditional love is your mama, for the most part. Not even everybody's mama does that. But the only way you can get unconditional love in this world is most likely it's going to come from your mama. So to expect that from a woman that I'm dating, it's not simply fair to her, because that means that I could treat her any type of way and expect her to tolerate that. There has to be limits and there has to be boundaries.
I think unconditional love is definitely a thing if both partners are 100% invested. I'm almost positive that it will work. I mean, curiosity will always be a thing no matter what. That's something you cannot stop. But if you don't act on it, then yes.
What are your thoughts on the following statement? A man's loyalty is tested when he has everything, while a woman's loyalty is tested when her man has nothing.
I feel like that is true.
That is so true. There are examples of women sticking by guys when they have nothing and holding it down, essentially. And when he gets everything, he treats them like the woman that she deserves to be treated, which is like royalty. It's some type of level that a lot of women cannot cross when they meet a man that's already has money. They can't ever reach that level with him because he has it all. Of course you're going to be here. But when he doesn't have it all and she still has the strength to stick by him, that says a lot about her. And he notices that and he cherishes that. That's the highest honor outside of having his kids. That's the highest honor you could give a man, because it shows him that you believed him. And that's really all a man wants from his woman. Because 9 times out of 10, when a man tells the world his dreams and aspirations, the world will never believe him. But if his woman does, that will be his motivation right there. And if she doesn't believe him, then she needs to get out the way so he can find a woman that does. I think that when a woman, there's such a beauty within that, a woman sticking by her man through thick and thin. That's what we say in vows, don't we? So, it's interesting to see the expectation that women place on men and what they expect out of him, but don't want to go through the struggle and the growth to get to that point. For most men, I always tell men, focus on yourself. Get yourself together. And if in that journey you find a woman who will hold it down, let her hold it down, because all she will do is add and benefit to your life. And in turn, you will pay that back. Pay homage to her. But if she's not going to hold it down, get her out the way.
I feel like when a man is down and out, that's a woman's scapegoat to get out the relationship and out the system. And I feel like when a man is up and has everything, power, money, women, that's when you know if he really loves you and he's loyal, if he sticks by your side and holds you down, 10 tones down, always.
I agree with that 110%. That's valid.
So wouldn't that mean that people are only as loyal as their options?
Oh, you're stressing me out. Yes. Why are you doing this to me? Oh my God. But you're telling me things that I never really thought about.
I'm not telling you what you want to hear. I'm telling you what you need to hear.
My boyfriend just broke up with me. This is everything I need to hear.
Really, you got with me?
Yeah.
Hey, she's a great quality
the things
woman.
Men do to compete for
no
women?
lie. Great quality.
Yes, very much so.
What do they do?
One up each other, competitive talking, and everything that men do, of course.
What are the things women do to compete for men?
Market themselves, outslut each other, if you will.
If hypergamy is part of a female's nature, don't you think more people should know what it means?
Yes, but they're not ready for that talk.
Is competition good or bad for society?
Good.
Why?
Because it keeps you at the tip of your toes, top of your game.
What are the things men do to compete for women?
Dress nice, drive nice things, but people don't understand the psychology of a woman. You do that stuff for yourself, the woman gonna find you. So You ain't got to do something to impress a woman. You do something to level yourself up. And that's when the women be like, see you and be like, you know, now it's a competition for real.
What are the things women do to compete for men?
It's the outfits, the nails. For some reason, the eyelashes, we don't even like that. Y'all could be doing the eyelashes.
Facts.
I don't know who told y'all that was cute.
Does a woman's hypergamous
The media.
nature fuel men to compete with each other?
Yes, 100%.
Is competition good or bad for society?
It's terrible because men will kill someone over a woman
Okay.
That's
but
an
doesn't
extreme.
that also encourage men to improve themselves?
Yes.
to a certain extent.
So would it be good and bad?
Yes.
Since most women want the top men, won't that mean they'll have to share them?
Think about it.
Well, everybody top is not the same thing.
Do you think that women will start marrying
Cap.
down or not at all?
Trying to get our secrets.
Yes, I feel like these days a lot of women marry down because a lot of women are in power now over men, and we make more money. We're graduating with more degrees and things like that. So I feel like we're stepping up, and men are kind of stepping down a little bit.
See how she said we're making more money, graduating more degrees. They're also bringing in way more debt. If you didn't think about that either. But it's your boy RJ. Let me know down in the comment section below, do you guys agree with a lot of the answers that you heard? If you didn't agree, let me know what part of the video you didn't agree to. I want to start a conversation. Also, if you enjoy content like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. When you do, click that all notification bell so you're notified whenever I drop these banger videos. It's your boy RJ. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Give the video a thumbs up for your boy. Help a brother out. Let's get it, YouTube. See you on the next one.